Sri P.P. Police Sir, DIGP, RTC3 CRPF Teringong, as well as Chairman VMC, respected Sri Firoj Kujur Sir, Commandant and Nominee Chairman, other distinguished officials from CRPF, my dear colleagues, dear students who are available here in the offline mode, and dear students who are available on the online mode, who are all witnessing the program from their respective home, because this is even telecasted live. Also the parents who came to witness the program here, and the parents over at their respective places. Wish you all a very, very warm and happy 72nd Republic Day. Republic Day is the occasion which reminds us the importance of the sacrifice made by the heroes of our nation. Their sacrifice, their commitment in those days really made us to stand in this platform today. It's a day to show our commitment towards the unity and diversity of our nation. It's a day to pay homage and tribute to the great heroes. It's a day to salute the shapers of our constitution, which almost took a span of 3 years to make a draft. On 1949, November 26th, we had adopted the constitution, and it came into force on 1950, January 26, exactly 71 years ago. And our constitution is having the speciality that it is the longest written constitution in the world. It also reminds us about the fundamental duties, the fundamental rights. So when we say about the rights, we also must be equally inclined and must know about the rights, duties entrusted to us. And the Constitution envisages certain rights, certain duties to us. And this is the day to recollect the duties assigned to us as an individual, as a citizen. And on this day, we must take the pledge that the duties assigned to the individuals of the country must be taken forth by every one of us in its true spirit. This is required for the development of the nation. This is required for further growth of the nation. There are, in the Article 51A, the fundamental duties are listed. You might have studied as a student from class 9th onwards. It must not restrict just as a paper in the social studies. It must be taken into a brain, into a heart, and you must try to act upon that. There are many programs by which the government of India is planning to enforce those duties entrusted to us. And as a student, as an individual, we are equally having the rights to and the responsibility to fulfill those. There are certain flagship programs which we, simple way speaking, like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Jal Jeevan Mission, and the most recent one, Atmanirbharta, that is self-reliance. So these are all the areas where we must have an insight, where we must have some contributions from our side. So these are all simple things to adopt, like Swachh Bharat. Every small step that you make will make a big difference. Saving water, that is another flagship programs by the government. And self-reliance, Atmanirbharta, that is again, we are almost achieving it in different fields. We can see that our COVID vaccine is made from our country. So these are all shows that we are towards the self-reliance mode. But we cannot stop at one stage and say that we have achieved. It's a continuous process. We cannot be complacent at any stage. So by remembering you all the duties that has to be kept in mind as a citizen, let me take the opportunity today that we have here with us eminent personality from CRPF as our chief guest, who will be the right person to show and guide us regarding the duties entrusted to the citizens, because they are the force under which we are all peacefully living today. So on this occasion, I take a proud privilege to welcome Sri P.P. Police Sir, DIGP, RTC Peringom, as well as our chairman. So welcome you, sir. And this is the first offline program. Sir is coming to our Vidyalaya. So heartily welcome to you, sir, for our first program. So sir, I attended few programs earlier in the online mode, but this is the first program in which we are all meeting together. Also our commandant, Sri Feroz Kujur sir, he is also the nominee chairman. He is always a supportive hand to us. So welcome you, sir, on this occasion. I also welcome all the distinguished officials from the CRPF, all distinguished members of CRPF community who are all extending always support to us. Welcome you also on this auspicious occasion. I take the opportunity to welcome all the staff, students, and the parents and the invitees on this occasion. And once again, I take the opportunity to extend our warmest greetings and happy Republic Day to all. And once again, hearty welcome to every one of you. Thank you.
On either hand, we name our blessings whence they are sprung. We call our language mother tongue and call our country motherland. Most Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Shri P.P. Police Sir, Chairman VMC and DIGP RTC CRPF Peringom, other distinguished officials of CRPF, respected principals, galaxy of beloved teachers, and my dear friends. Today, it gives me immense pleasure to stand before you all on this auspicious occasion of 72nd Republic Day to present my views on this historic day of 26th January, the Indian Republic Day. Dear friends, 26th January is the most important day in the history of India, as it was on this day in 1950 our country became a republic. The people of India were empowered with the right to form their government, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. On 15th August 1947, we could attain only political freedom from the British. But on 26th January 1950, with the enforcement of Indian Constitution, the people of India broke themselves free from the bondage and shackles of casteism, regionalism, communism, and gender inequality. Constitution declared everyone as equal and entrusted them with equal fundamental rights, a prerequisite for any nation to develop and progress. The world's biggest constitution was framed under the effective chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and efficient presidentship of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and was enforced on 26 January 1950. India was declared as sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic to ensure all its citizens justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Ever since, 26 January is celebrated as Republic Day throughout the length and breadth of our nation. The President unfurls the national flag at Rajpath in New Delhi, followed by a spectacular parade by the three wings of defense, NCC cadets, and school children. Cultural programs and tableaux by different states presents the colorful glimpses of unity in diversity. Along the festivity, celebration of national festivals also arose political consciousness among the post-independent generation and youth. In the midst of mirth and joy, Republic Day is also the day to pay our sincere tribute and homage to all those million martyrs and our great forefathers who sacrificed their everything and laid down their lives so that we can breathe in a free, independent nation. Our freedom and independence is the saga of long struggle, hardship, and sacrifices, hence it's very precious. Despite being the ancient civilization, our country is one of the youngest countries, as 70% of its population is under the age group of 40. India becomes the country of possibilities, innovation, and launchpad for scientific evolvements, But to realize this, we the youth of India must not take our freedom for granted. Youth must take up the responsibility to form vanguards in every sphere of activity to mobilize and power to strengthen our nation's unity and integrity. Petty differences of caste, religion, region and language must not come on the way of the progress of this great nation founded on twin ideals of secularism and democracy. Let's equip ourselves in all aspects to contribute in the nation building of this great nation and help our country flourish in prosperity and transpire as a global superpower. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
सभा में उपस्थित सभी को मेरा प्यार भरा नमन। आदरणीय विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, प्राचार्य महोदय, शिक्षकगण एवं मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा। दोस्तों, ये शब्द हैं नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस के, जिन्होंने के समय भारत की युवा पीढ़ी में देशभक्ति की भावना को उजागर किया था। आज गणतंत्र दिवस के इस पावन अवसर पर मैं श्रीनिधि देश प्रेम से ओतप्रोत श्री गोपाल प्रसाद व्यास द्वारा रचित कविता खूनी हस्ताक्षर प्रस्तुत करना चाहती हूँ। कविता के बोल कुछ इस प्रकार हैं। वह खून कहो किस मतलब का जिसमें उबाल का नाम नहीं, वह खून कहो किस मतलब का आ सके देश के काम नहीं, वह खून कहो किस मतलब का जिसमें जीवन नरवानी है, जो परवश होकर बहता है वो खून नहीं है पानी है। उस दिन लोगों ने सही सही खून की कीमत पहचानी थी, जिस दिन सुभाष ने बर्मा में मांगी उनसे कुर्बानी थी। बोले स्वतंत्रता की खातिर बलिदान तुम्हें करना होगा, तुम बहुत जी चुके जंग में लेकिन आगे मरना होगा। आजादी के चरणों में जो जयमाल चढ़ाई जाएगी, वसनों तुम्हारे शीशों के फूलों से गूंधी जाएगी। यूं कहते कहते वक्ता की आंखों में खून उतर आया, मुख रक्त वर्ण हो दमक उठा, धमकी उनकी रक्तम काया। आजान बाहू ऊंची करके वे बोले, रक्त मुझे देना, इसके बदले में भारत की आजादी तुम मुझसे लेना। हो गई सभा में उथल पुथल, सीने में दिल न समाते थे, स्वर इनकलाब के नारों के कोसों तक छाए जाते थे। हम देंगे खून शब्द बस यही सुनाई देते थे, रण में जाने को युवक तैयार दिखाई देते थे। बोले सुभाष इस तरह नहीं, बातों से मतलब सरता है, लो ये कागज है कौन यहाँ आकर हस्ताक्षर करता है। पर ये साधारण पत्र नहीं, आजादी का परवाना है, इस पर तुमको अपने तन का कुछ उज्जवल रक्त गिराना है। वो आगे आए जिसके तन में भारतीय खून बहता हो, वो आगे आए जो अपने को हिंदुस्तानी कहता हो, वो आगे आए जो इस पर खूनी हस्ताक्षर करता हो। मैं कफन बढ़ाता हूँ, आए जो इसे हंस कर लेता हो। सारी जनता हुंकार उठी, हम आते हैं, माता के चरणों में ये लोग हम अपना रक्त चढ़ाते हैं। साहस से बड़े युवक उस दिन देखा बढ़ते ही आते थे, चाकू चूड़ी कटियारों से वे अपना रक्त गिराते थे, फिर उसी रक्त की स्याही में वे अपनी कलम डुबोते थे, आजादी के परवाने पर हस्ताक्षर करते जाते थे। उस दिन तारों ने देखा हिंदुस्तानी विश्वास नया, जब लिखा महारणवीरों ने खून से अपना इतिहास नया, जब लिखा महारणवीरों ने खून से अपना इतिहास नया, जब लिखा महारणवीरों ने खून से अपना इतिहास नया। जय हिंद।
अब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना। हिंदी है हम, हिंदी है हम, हिंदी है हम, वतन है हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा। हिंदुस्तान हमारा, हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा।
Respected Sri K.P. Sudhakaran, Principal, other officers, respected teachers, parents who have come, and my dear children. Today, on the 72nd Republic Day, I can find the patriotic fervor in you. I can find the zeal and enthusiasm in your eyes. I can feel the love, the respect that you have for the nation. It is indeed a day of great celebration. We as a nation have progressed a lot. As we all know, India, Bharat, was the center of world culture, was the center of world trade, was the center of world education. Take any field. Centuries ago, we were the center of the world. We taught the world about the universe. We taught the world about the human body. We taught the world how to count. Forget about the great achievements. How to count. And today we are proud again to declare that yes, India is on the threshold of becoming the center for all the developments, maybe technology, maybe science, maybe culture. The world looks to India for even political leadership. The world is looking to India for trade. World is looking to India for talents. We should be proud of our nation. I need not mention many of the things which already have been brought to you, have been brought out by respected Principal Sir and the motivating speech by Mr. Manoharan. So, dear students, the only thing that concerns us is what we give to the nation. Every year we celebrate Republic Day, Independence Day, and feel a lot of patriotism. We overflow with the feelings of patriotism and fervor. Thereafter, we forget about our duties. Like your principal had mentioned, what matters more is what the nation, the citizens, the public as a whole makes of the nation. Our thoughts, our words our existence, our feelings, our actions, it should be in synergy with the rights, with the responsibilities and your duties. In simple words, we need to do what we are supposed to do. As a child, my duty as on date is not to make a lot of noise on the ground, is not to make fiery speeches, is not to make any other political, apolitical, or any other field engagement. Ours is a duty to fulfill the duty of a student. As it has been told during the introduction, India is the youngest nation in the world, not only the largest. So the responsibility of the young children like you is much more. Today we have made a lot of progress in digitalization, as Mr. Madhavan was said. Yes, we have progressed in technology, but are we making use of it to be united? The petty groups are dividing us. We get pride in being a caste, being a religion. By looking at the flag, yes, it is the synergy of various things. Why it is tri, not one? In many national flags you will find only one color. With the strength and courage, the peace, the truthfulness, the prosperity, all are integrated into one. It requires within us, in our thoughts, we, by virtue of the technological advancement, gets misguided by various groups. Most of the WhatsApp groups, the social groups, social media, you must understand, is not run by those who you think is being run. It's run across the borders. There are specifically tasked teams to target a certain audience in social groups, to divert your unity or to take away the oneness. The sovereignty of the nation, I can and at any time declare, is never a threat from outside. If the threat comes, it will be from inside. If united we stand, no power in the world can challenge us. China may be on the border, but it is our stand, both economical, social, cultural, and our daily routine, our daily matters, that makes it no nation can be challenged without challenging its internal security by them. Let us be proud of our tradition, our culture, of our oneness. We had been a strong force to the world. And let us think about, let us bring about the same strength, and it is on all our shoulders. We don't just need soldiers to safeguard our nation. We need them. Yes, it is indeed a requirement. All the soldiers on the borders, inside the nation, internal security, all are guarding the nation and giving the peace and tranquility. But equally important is the economical, the cultural, and all that matters, the social oneness. Let us all pledge ourselves today to look at each other with that feeling of oneness, not to divide us by caste, creed, language, religion, maybe of geographical demarcations also. Let's all feel that oneness which our forefathers did, which India was known for. Let us do our duties before we ask for the rights. Let's not ask what the nation is going to give us, what the government is going to give us. Let us think what we have to give, what we have to provide. Let us look at our fellow being, fellow men, those who are near and around us, how to help them out. Yes, you may not be having crores of rupees to help, but it's not always the money that helps. If you have a mind to help, if you have a resolve to proceed, to start with, it will bring miracles. It will bring miracles. So let us today make the resolve to do our duty well. Just study, nothing more. Please follow the instruction of your parents and the teachers, nothing more. I don't expect any student to do miracles other than what they are expected. A step-by-step progress. It is going to be permanent and pertinent to your life. I don't want to extend it a lot more. It's very hot and difficult outside staying. So once again, I wish you all a happy and prosperous 72nd Republic Day, and expect that this patriotism feeling which we had in all your words, especially the poem, the Kavita which she was giving feelings inside us, what Subhash Chandra Bose inspired lakhs of Indians to take arms, to fight, to sacrifice. Yes, you can make many to take arms, but you can't make themselves to sacrifice for themselves. It was what these all leaders did. Let us pay homage to them all for the being that we are, for the happy state that we are today, for the progress that we have made today. Let us all pay homage to all of them, all those who have made sacrifices, and let us make sacrifices in our daily life, of the time, of the interest, and do our duties well. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.